University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge. We're now halfway through round 2 of this year's competition. The teams from UCL, Open University, Bristol University and Darwin College, Cambridge are all safely through to the quarter-finals, and whichever team wins tonight will join them. For the losing team, however, this will be the end of the road. The team from Wadham College, Oxford, earned their place in the second round by beating St Catherine's College, Cambridge, in one of the lower-scoring matches of round 1. Wadham and Mr Bilore in particular were very good on the buzzer, but when it came to their bonuses, it was more a case of feast or famine. They scored no points at all on several sets, but managed impressive full houses on 17th century minuets, cognitive psychology and cultural depictions of Medusa. Let's meet the team from Wadham for the second time.
Hi, I'm Arav Bilore. I'm from San Jose, California, and I'm studying economics and management.
Hi, I'm Arthur Bellamy. I'm from Brentwood in Essex, and I'm studying English.
And their captain?
Hi, I'm Johnny Worden. I'm from Cambridge and I'm doing a Masters in Mathematical and Theoretical Physics.
Hi, I'm Anjali Chung. I'm from North West London and I'm reading Experimental Psychology.
They're facing this year's team from Imperial, who got their series campaign off to a very convincing start with a one-sided win against Manchester. Their score of 310 was the second highest winning score of the round, and their bonus conversion rate was the third highest at just over 70%. They breezed through bonus rounds on maritime empires, astronomical observatories and the opening scenes of Bond films, but looked a little shakier on political philosophy and drew a complete blank on the poems of Emily Dickinson. Let's meet the team from Imperial once again.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Stokes. I'm originally from Chester and I'm studying for a Masters in Applied Genomics.
Hi, I'm Mathiel Kabi. I'm from South London and I'm studying chemistry.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Matthew Spry. I'm from Gateshead and I'm studying for a PhD in electrochemistry.
Hi, I'm Jaime Salamanca Camacho from Madrid, Spain, and I'm studying a Master's in Quantum Fields and Fundamental Forces.
Feeling ready, guys? Welcome back. Very nice to see you. Let's get straight into it. You know how it works. Fingers on buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What short word begins the titles of all the following films? In English translation, a 1997 film by Alain Berliner about a young trans girl named Ludo. A 2004 film by Pavel Pavlikovsky that centres on a holiday romance between two teen girls from different backgrounds.
Imperial El Kubi.
Blue.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. A 1985 film by Stephen Frears about a young British Pakistani man who begins a relationship with his childhood best friend. And a 1991 film by Gus Van Sant starring River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves as street hustlers.
Wadham Bellamy.
My?
It is my, yes. Your bonuses, Wadham, are 3 questions on psychotherapy. Which Austrian psychiatrist's book, Man's Search for Meaning, describes the author's experience in Nazi concentration camps and outlines his theory of logotherapy?
Jung?
It could be Jung. I mean, he is Austrian.
I feel like it shouldn't be. It can't be Freud.
I'll go for it. Jung?
No, it's Viktor Frankl. Part of the so-called cognitive revolution of the 1960s, which US psychotherapist was the author of Sex Without Guilt and the founder of Rational Emotive Therapy? This was a precursor to the cognitive behavioural therapy that still uses his ABC model of behaviour.
It's not Beck. ABC.
American psychologist.
Carl someone?
Carlson.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, it's not Karl Popper.
Do you have a guess?
We don't.
ABC.
Let's just
Go Beck.
Beck?
No, it's Albert Ellis. Works by which founder of humanistic psychology include the 1942 Counselling and Psychotherapy? In this book, he first presented his beliefs in establishing what became known as unconditional positive regard with patients.
Maslow?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Maslow?
No, it's Carl Rogers. Another starter question. Son of King Mwambutsa IV, Prime Minister Louis Rwagasore was assassinated at the instigation of political rivals and possibly the Belgian colonial authorities shortly after his party's landslide victory in the 1961 pre-independence elections.
Wadham Bilore.
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. In which country? Like neighbouring Rwanda, the new nation would descend into violent hostilities between Tutsi and Hutu.
Imperial Spry.
Burundi.
It is Burundi, yes, well done. Your bonuses, Imperial, are 3 questions on a British artist. Known for his ink drawings illustrating works of literature, which leading member of the aesthetic movement co-founded the literary and artistic periodical The Yellow Book with Henry Harland in 1894?
Beardsley?
Yeah. Beardsley?
Yes, Aubrey Beardsley. Beardsley's more explicit work was inspired by which genre of Japanese erotic art? Its name translates as Pictures of Spring.
I think Shunga.
Nominate Salamanca Camacho.
Shunga?
Correct. In 1896, Beardsley produced a set of 8 illustrations for which comedy by Aristophanes? They include depictions of the title character shielding her body from men and, along with other Athenian women, defending the Acropolis in some unusual ways.
Lysistrata, I think.
Nominate Salamanca Camacho.
Lysistrata?
Yes, correct. Well done. Let's start the question. Name either of the 2 mathematicians who give their name to a constant, usually represented by a lowercase gamma, the irrationality...
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
Euler.
Yes, Leonard Euler, or the other one was Lorenzo Mascheroni, as I suspect you knew. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on science. Derived from a Greek word for octopus, what name is given to the sessile type of life form in the phylum Cnidaria, contrasted with the medusa forms seen in jellyfish? This word also names small tissue growths from mucous membranes that are commonly removed during a colonoscopy.
Polyp.
Yes. Beginning with those 5 letters, what 10-letter adjective is used in chemistry to describe an acid capable of donating more than 1 hydrogen cation per molecule during an acid-base reaction?
Polyprotic.
Yeah. Also beginning with those 5 letters, what name is given in genetics to organisms that have more than a single pair of a given chromosome in their nucleus? Many plants exhibit this phenomenon, such as durum wheat and sugarcane.
Polyploidy.
Nominate Stokes.
Polyploidy.
Correct, yes. Right, a picture round now, and for your picture starter, you will see an excerpt from a letter that is read out in one of Shakespeare's plays. For 10 points, give me the title of this play.
Imperial El-Kubi.
Macbeth?
It is Macbeth, yes, well done. You saw there part of Macbeth's letter to his wife in which he describes his encounter with the weird sisters. Your picture bonuses will be 3 more significant letters from Shakespeare's plays. Again, I just need the title of the play in each case. Any character names or epithets have been redacted. First?
Madly used. What is that?
So much to read.
Comedy. Sounds like a comedy or something.
Yeah.
Senses of your ladyship. Oh, this could be one of the letters in Merry Wives of Windsor, maybe?
Go with that.
Yeah. Merry Wives of Windsor?
No, it's Twelfth Night. That's Malvolio to Olivia, having humiliated himself in response to Maria's fake love letter. Secondly?
You're unfortunate.
Oh,
Soul.
I've wedded, not bedded.
You're unfortunate. Soul.
This is from Richard III. There's a thing about wedded and bedded in Richard III.
You go ahead.
Richard III?
No, that's all's well that ends well. Bertram to his mother having been trapped into marrying Helena. And finally?
Ships.
This is
Merchant of Venice.
Yeah, that's got to be. Merchant of Venice.
Yes, that's Antonio de Bassano. Fingers and buzzers, here's another starter question. The art collector Alfred Bruyas, the poet Charles Baudelaire, and the philosopher Pierre-Joseph Proudhon are among the figures depicted in The Painter's Studio, a monumental allegorical work of the...
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
Courbet.
Yes, Gustave Courbet. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on the jazz musician Terence Blanchard, and in particular his work for film. As of 2023, Blanchard has scored 17 films by which American director, beginning with 1991's Jungle Fever and including Oscar-nominated soundtracks for 2018's Black Klansman and 2020's Da 5 Bloods?
Spike Lee.
Yes. Blanchard's recent work includes the soundtrack to which 2022 film by Gina Prince Bythewood, set in the West African kingdom of Dahomey and starring Viola Davis as Naniska, general of the kingdom's Agogie Brigade of female warriors?
Is that just black?
The Woman King. Yeah. I think it's the Woman King.
The Woman King.
Yes. Blanchard also scored actor Regina King's directorial debut, a fictionalised account of a real meeting between Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown and Sam Cooke, titled One Night in which US city?
Miami, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's Miami.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, Miami.
Yes, it is. Yes, well done. Let's start a question now. Born in 1655, Bartolomeo Cristofori is often described as the inventor of what?
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
The piano.
It is the piano, yes. 3 questions for you, Imperial, on types of sushi. Meaning to roll, what short Japanese word denotes sushi prepared by spreading a thin layer of rice on a sheet of nori seaweed, rolling this around a filling and cutting the resulting roll into bite-sized pieces?
Nigiri?
Maki, I would have thought, like maki are the
Is that short?
rolls.
I don't know, is it maki or nigiri?
I thought he said short.
Maki, let's go with maki.
Maki.
Correct. Deriving from a word meaning to grip or grasp, what term denotes sushi prepared by hand-forming rice into a small oval, on top of which is placed a slice of raw fish?
Sashimi?
I think that one is
nigiri.
No, I think
Nigiri.
Yes. Inari sushi consists of vinegared rice stuffed into sweet, salty, deep-fried pockets of what soy-based foodstuff?
Tofu.
Really obvious.
Tofu.
Correct. Another starter question now. I need you to name one of 2 countries here. At the 2026 FIFA World Cup hosted across North America, no matches will take place in Washington, D.C. or Ottawa. Name either of the 2 countries that previously hosted FIFA World Cups without any matches being played in their capital cities. The first hosted the 1974 edition, while the other was a co-host in 2000 and...
Wadham Bilore.
South Korea.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. In 2002.
Imperial Spry.
Japan.
Japan or West Germany is correct, yes. 3 bonuses for you, Imperial, on the chemical element osmium. The small atomic radius of osmium allows it to exhibit the highest value of what physical property for the naturally occurring elements, defined as the amount of mass present in a given unit of volume?
Density.
Yes. Osmium tetroxide is the catalyst in an asymmetric reaction named for which US organic chemist? He shared the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2001 and 2022.
Must be
Sharpless.
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 Yes. The light bulb manufacturer Osram derived their name from osmium and the German word for what other chemical element, both of which were used in their bulb filaments. This element has the highest melting point of all metals.
Tungsten.
Yes. Let's start the question. What term is applied to the monitoring mechanisms designed to assess for DNA damage and correct alignment of spindle fibres during different stages of the eukaryotic cell cycle, and which allow the cell to decide whether it should proceed with or terminate cell division? The term is also used to refer to a place along a road or border at which travellers are stopped for inspection.
Imperial Stouts.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Imperial, are on Union Territories of India. A Union Territory of India located in the Western Bay of Bengal consists of 2 island groups, the Andaman Islands and which other?
Nicobar Islands.
Yes. Which Union Territory consists of 4 geographically disconnected former territories of French India? It is named after the largest of them. Its capital located on India's Coromandel coast and surrounded by Tamil Nadu.
So Puducherry or Pondicherry? Which one is it?
Pondicherry.
Isn't that on the other side of?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. That's 4.
But I don't know what else it could be. So just
Puducherry?
Yes, Puducherry, yes. Which planned city of northern India has the unusual distinction of being the capital of both Punjab and Haryana, while also being a separate union territory?
Chandigarh.
Chandigarh.
Correct, yes. Now, let's start the question now. The music round. For your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of rock music from the late 1960s. For 10 points, I want you to identify the band.
Wadham Bellamy.
Led Zeppelin.
No, you can hear a bit more Imperial, but you may not confer.
Imperial El Kubi.
the Doors.
No, that's King Crimson. We'll take your music bonuses in a second. I need the name of an author here. The earliest OED citation of the word cliffhanger dates to
Imperial Stokes.
Thomas Hardy.
Well done. It is Thomas Hardy. For your starter, you heard King Crimson, whose guitarist and only constant member, Robert Fripp, has also notably contributed on the work of other bands and artists. For your bonuses, you'll hear 3 such tracks, and I need the name of the band or artist in each case for 5 points. First, this band.
None of this.
You haven't got a guess.
Are they American bands?
I can't remember.
Are they? So
Sounds Bee Gees.
sure.
Come on.
They're like
The Bee Gees.
No, it's Talking Heads with I, Zimbra. Secondly, this solo artist.
maybe like Jimi Hendrix or something.
Jimi Hendrix.
There's Brian Eno with St Elmo's Fire. And finally, this solo artist.
David Bowie.
Of course it is, it's fashion. Plenty of time, Wadham. See if we get going with this one. In July 2023, Armando Iannucci and Sean Foley announced they were adapting which film by Stanley Kubrick for the stage, marking the first...
Imperial El Kubi.
Dr. Strangelove.
Indeed, yes. 3 questions on a manga series and its influence. The manga artist Akira Toriyama died in March 2024. He created which shonen manga series about a young martial arts trainee called Son Goku, who is on a quest to find magical orbs that would help defend Earth from aliens called Saiyans?
Dragon Ball.
Yes. The manga artist Masashi Kishimoto has identified Dragon Ball as a major influence on which of his shonen series, about a young ninja who has the spirit of a legendary 9-tailed fox sealed within his body?
It's Naruto.
Naruto.
Yes. In an interview with Toriyama himself, manga artist Eiichiro Oda said he used Dragon Ball as his starting point for creating Monkey D. Luffy, the main character of which long-running series?
One Piece.
Yes, is correct. Another starter question. What 7-letter name is shared by a river that rises in the North York Moors and is a tributary of the River Ouse, another that flows into the Irish Sea, a third that flows through Derbyshire and is a tributary of the River Trent?
Imperial Spry.
Derwent.
It is the Derwent. Yes, well done. Your bonus is then, Imperial, 3 questions on the history of mathematics. The mathematician Ludolf van Curlen died in the Netherlands in 1610. His memorial in Leiden bears an approximation of what number?
Pi.
Yeah, sure. Pi.
Yeah.
Pi.
Yes. Ludolf's approximation of pi used the recurrence formula of which ancient Greek, born in Syracuse in the early 3rd century BCE?
Archimedes.
Yep. Archimedes.
Yes. Archimedes' calculations set the upper limit of pi as what relatively simple fraction? He calculated the lower limit as 3 plus 10 over 71?
22 over 7.
22 over 7.
It was 22 over 7, yes. Another starter question. What term derived from a star in a constellation named after a king of Ethiopia or Joffa is used for pulsating stars, such as those in the small Magellanic...
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
Cephade.
It is the Cephades, yeah, the Cephade variables. 3 questions for you, Imperial, on second symphonies. Which composer's Symphony No. 2 in D major premiered in 1902 while his country was in the midst of Tsar Nicholas's Russification programme? The work was seen by some as an emblem of national liberation.
Shostakovich. Could be.
Yeah. Shostakovich.
No, that was Sibelius. Influenced by the neoclassicism of Stravinsky, which composer wrote the Symphony No. 2, or Short Symphony, that premiered in Mexico City in 1934? Later in that decade, he began to write ballets based on American folk material.
That is.
Is that Shostakovich?
Yeah, he wrote like ballets.
Shostakovich.
No, that was Aaron Copland. Who wrote his second symphony to mark the 10th anniversary of the October Revolution in 1927? According to his son, the composer later disowned it.
Should we do it again?
Yeah, just
Why
go
not?
ahead.
Is that Shostakovich?
Got there in the end. Another starter question. In Canto 19 of Dante's Inferno, what specific group of wrongdoers are punished by being placed upside down in holes and having their feet burned? This misdeed is named after a figure in the Acts of the Apostles, known as Magus.
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
Simony.
It is Simony, yes. Your bonus is, Imperial, 3 questions on religion and social science. This is a quote. The true sense of theology is anthropology, because religion is the dream of the human mind. Which German anthropologist and philosopher wrote this in the 1841 work, The Essence of Christianity?
Feuerbach. He did the whole thing against... Feuerbach. Yeah.
Yeah. Feuerbach.
It is a great book. Notable early examples of a sociological approach to religion include which French sociologist's 1897 study of suicide rates among Protestants and Catholics? He later wrote The Elementary Forms of the Religious Life, a major study of religion as a social phenomenon.
Durkheim.
Yes. First published in 1902, The Varieties of Religious Experience is a foundational work on the psychology of religion by which US thinker, whose other works include the seminal Principles of Psychology?
William James, I think this might be. William James?
Yes, it is, William James. 7 minutes to go, it's the picture round. And for your picture starter, you're going to see a painting. For 10 points, name the artist.
Imperial Spry.
Kandinsky.
It is Wassily Kandinsky, yes. For your picture starter, you saw Kandinsky's Circles in a Circle. And for your bonuses, you'll see 3 more abstract works that prominently feature circles and circular shapes, all from the early 20th century. Name the artist in each case. First, this French artist.
Delaunay, do you think? Yeah. Delaunay?
Yes. Secondly, this Swedish artist.
Hilma
Hilda
af
af
Klint.
Klint.
Hilma.
Hilma. Is it?
Af Klint.
Af Klint.
Yes. Finally, this artist born in Kiev.
Malevich? Was he?
Malevich, yeah.
Kazimir Malevich?
Could be
maybe?
Malevich.
Malevich?
Yes, that's Kazimir Malevich. Let's start a question. What 5-letter word links the following? A 2013 film by Cleo Barnard, inspired by a story for children by Oscar Wilde. A 1960 jazz album by the saxophonist.
Wadham Bellamy.
Giant.
It is Giant, yes. Your bonuses then, Wadham, are 3 questions on the Large Hadron Collider in CERN. Name either of the 2 experiments that jointly discovered the Higgs boson in 2012.
Atlas.
Yes, the ALICE experiment primarily observes collisions of heavy ions of what element?
Hydrogen. Yeah. Hydrogen.
No, it's lead. For what does the letter B stand in the name of the experiment LHCb? This word is the former name of the bottom quark and is the analogue of truth, the former name of the top quark.
Quarks beginning with B. I can't think of it. If it's not bottom, then I can't think what it is.
Yeah.
Boastful. Boost.
It's beauty.
Beauty.
Let's start a question. What adjective is applied to the school of philosophy associated with Theophrastus of Eresus, Aristotle's successor as the leader of the Lyceum, and by extension, to a teacher who moves from place to place?
Imperial Salamanca Camacho.
Peripatetics.
It is peripatetic, yes. Your bonuses are on 20th century prime ministers. All 3 were born in the same decade. Which future prime minister was elected MP for Leicester in 1906? He later represented Aberavon in South Wales, Seaham in County Durham, and combined Scottish universities?
Prime Minister?
MacDonald?
Yeah.
Scottish. I don't know if he was actually Scottish.
Yeah. What year? Because he was born in 1909.
No, he was
Elected.
elected.
Ramsay MacDonald?
Yes, James Ramsay MacDonald. Unrelated to Ramsay MacDonald, Louisa MacDonald was the mother of which prime minister? He entered the Commons in 1908, succeeding his industrialist father as MP for Bewdley in Worcestershire.
Lloyd George.
MP earlier than that. Somebody more technical like Baldwin or
Come on.
Chamberlain. Stanley Baldwin.
Yes. Which prime minister served for 55 years as the MP for Carnarvon Boroughs? He died in 1945.
Lloyd George.
1940.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be like, yeah.
Lloyd George.
Yes, it is. Let's start the question now. What 5-letter word follows Plato's, Sultana's and Galileo's in the titles of science fiction or proto-science fiction works by Voltaire, Begum Rokeya and Kim Stanley Robinson, respectively? The same word appears as a verb in the title of a 1968 novel by Philip K. Dick, which features the Voigt-Kampf...
Wadham Bellamy.
Sleep.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. The Voigt-Kampf empathy test.
Imperial Spry.
Dream.
It is Dream, yes. 3 questions for you, Imperial, on West End theatres. Home to the musical Les Miserables since 2004, the Queen's Theatre closed for refurbishment in 2019. When it reopened later that year, it took the name of which US musical theatre composer in celebration of his 90th birthday? This composer died in 2021.
Sondheim.
Sondheim.
Yes. In 2018, the New London Theatre was renamed after which choreographer closely associated with Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, which opened here in 1981. Productions in recent years include Warhorse, School of Rock and the Lehman Trilogy.
Is it Gillian Lynn?
Could be, yeah.
Choreographer.
Nominate El Kubi.
Gillian Lynn.
Yes, Gillian Lynn, yeah. The Comedy Theatre was renamed in 2011 after which Nobel laureate playwright who had died almost 3 years before? It was the venue of the 2000 production of The Caretaker featuring Michael Gambon.
Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett Theatre.
Could be Beckett.
Samuel Beckett.
No, it's Pinter, Harold Pinter. Let's start the question. Which ice-free port north of the Arctic Circle is the terminus of a railway built to transport iron ore from Sweden? It was the scene of fierce fighting during the German invasion of its country in 1940.
Wadham Bellamy.
Murmansk.
No.
Imperial El Kubi.
Bergen.
No, it's Narvik. Let's start a question. In biology, what number links all the following? The number of protein subunits in mammalian nicotinic acetylcholine receptors, the number of carbon atoms in a ribose molecule, and, according to Robert Whittaker, the number of kingdoms in taxonomic classification.
Imperial El-Kubi.
5.
It is 5, yes. Your bonuses are 3 questions on a poet. This is a quote. Well, what do you think of that? Naked as paper to start, but in 25 years she'll be silver, in 50 gold. A living doll. Everywhere you look, it can sew, it can cook, it can talk, talk, talk. Which American poet wrote that satirical description of a wife for sale in 1963's The Applicant?
Anything? Give me the name of a poet. Frost.
No, Sylvia Plath. Out of the ash I rise with my red hair, and I eat men like air. These are the final lines of which well-known poem by Plath?
Did you know? I can only think bell jar, and that's
The bell jar, right?
It's not a poem. I couldn't name a Plath poem.
Come on.
We don't know. Pass.
It's Lady Lazarus. Described as big as the ball of my thumb and dumb as eyes, ebon in the hedges. What fruit is the subject of a poem that begins with a description of a deserted lane not far from the sea?
Just the name of a fruit.
Grapes?
because of
Yeah, grape.
Grapes.
No, it's blackberries. Another starter question. The dwindling tribe called the Kalash, based in the Chitral Valley in northwestern Pakistan, claims descent from the armies of which?
Wadham Bilore.
Alexander the Great.
It is Alexander the Great. Yes, your bonuses are 3 questions on a virus. In 2008, Françoise Barré-Sinoussi and Luc Montagnier were awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their 1983 discovery of which virus?
1983.
HIV.
SARS.
I was thinking that, HIV.
HIV?
Yes, initially sold under the trade name Retrovir and sometimes known as Zidovudin or ZDV, the first effective drug prescribed for the treatment of HIV infections is usually known by what 3-letter initialism?
AZT.
Yes, the acronym PrEP refers to drugs that help prevent HIV infection. For what does the second letter P stand?
Prophylactic. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that
I don't know.
protection. Oh, I forgot. I actually just say something. Now.
Prophylactic?
Yeah. Prophylactic.
I can't accept that. Sorry, it's prophylaxis. Bad luck. Now, start a question. What surname links 2 US authors born in the early 20th century? One, the Hugo Award-winning author of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and the other, the author of Invisible Man. Their full names...
Wadham Bilore.
Wells.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Their full names, respectively, are Harlan and Ralph. And at the goal, Wadham College Oxford have 25 and the Imperial have 345. Well, the answer to that last one was Ellison. Wadham, what can I say? You're up against an absolutely ludicrous team. I mean, they're absolutely phenomenal. No one could be in any doubt watching you what a bunch of enormously brilliant and clever young people you are. So thank you so much for playing so well. You're absolutely fantastic. And you've been on TV a couple of times, so that's the main thing. We've loved having you. Imperial, that's a big score and it's going to scare the other people. Well done. I hope you can join us next time for another second round match. But until then, it is goodbye from Wadham College, Oxford.
Bye. Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Imperial.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.